Good afternoon, everyone. It is Saturday, July 25th. It's about 2:45 in the afternoon. A little rare treat baling hay in the afternoon. Got the 569 premium hooked on. I usually bale most of my hay at night, but it's kind of a little different. It is hot out. Hot. Heat index, I think, is like 108. It's hot. But it's nice and cool in this tractor. So we're going to do a video and bale some teff grass. We were doing teff grass. Yes, I wanted to bale this a week ago. And it's a tangled mess. I'll show you. See, it's a mess. So the story is, I cut this last Friday, a week ago yesterday. And a week ago this morning, I came over and raked it. A week ago tonight, it got 2.5 inches of rain. A week ago tomorrow night, it got another 1.5 inches of rain. This hay has had 4 inches of rain on it in a week since I cut it. So it's not the best hay. It's cow hay. I mean, the cows will eat it. So I was hoping to sell some of this hay, but it's just cow hay. So it is what it is, and we'll make it work that way. We are tying off bale number 39. So I don't know what these are going to weigh. They're pretty stout, but they're not. I don't know. Still haven't figured out this baler. I'm guessing they're 1,400 pound bales. So we're doing okay. And this is the regrowth. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that is all regrowth in a week. That's as tall as it was when I cut it. Since it is a bale that hasn't got any fertilizer put on it, the goal was I was going to put 35, 40 pounds of N and probably 10 pounds of sulfur, something like that, on get it growing good. But I think we're going to short it this cutting. I'm still hoping for 3 cuttings. We'll see how that goes. Moisture is going to be very dependent. I'm still getting used to the baler. That's the baler we just kicked out over there in all the winters. So it makes it kind of fun on hills sometimes. But my old Pi 66 did not have a kicker on it, so it was pretty easy to manage where the hay went. This one, there's a little learning curve. I finally changed out my first roll of net wrap over, I don't know, 10 bales ago or so. So that's how slow the season's been. I've baled 140 acres of alfalfa, 25 of peas and oats at feed mats, and this. And I finally went through a roll of net wrap. So it's been pretty light as far as tonnage goes. Now, I had trouble when I was baling. So this baler uses that John Deere Green Star monitor. You can use, that one's a 2600. You can use a 2630 or an 1800 to run this baler. And when you first took it up, like if you had the tractor on a different implement, what do you think about the baler? Or even if you got a different connection, it'll take it like 15 minutes to come up with that screen there. Which is kind of a pain, but it's not bad if you know about it, you kind of expect it. But the problem is, the connector right here behind the cab, one of the pins had some corrosion in it. And you hit a bump and it'd blank out, and then you have to wait for 15 minutes for it to come back on because it decided it had unhooked itself. So we had the old John Deere. That was early enough this morning. John Deere come out. They found out it was corrosion. I was afraid I was going to put new end on the plug and all that kind of stuff. So, so during that, I went home and got my loader tractor so I could move these bales when I get done baling. Here's the plan. Hopefully I can have them off of here by dark, because tomorrow afternoon about 1 o'clock they're talking an inch of rain. So starting with an inch of rain through Monday night. So I want them off of here. I want this grass growing so we can get another cut and get some good hay that we can sell. For the most part, between the hay I carried over from last year, what I put up this year that I've kept, which has pretty much been all, but I think I sold like 35 bales of alfalfa. I should almost have enough. I'm comfortable enough with where I'm going to be at for the year for myself. And I think I will have enough to sell to fulfill what my commitments there. So I wanted to start swathing sorghum Sudan. I've been wanting to do that. I wanted to do that a week ago in the last video, but I'm glad I didn't. We got 4 inches of rain. It looks like we're going to get rain tomorrow and Monday, and then later on in the week. And I'm just chickening out again. But it's getting to the point next weekend, if it's dry enough, we're going to have us like several days of swathing. I've got 45 acres of sorghum Sudan I want to cut. I've also got here where I was calving cows at, I have 50 acres of native prairie grass I want to put on the ground. The 70 acres of alfalfa will be ready to go down again. And I've got 35 acres of mostly native prairie, some new grass seeding that's got some mature oats and some weeds and stuff up by my house in that cut. So that would be what, 90, 120, and another 70s, 200. I just say 200 acres of hay to put on the ground. So that will take some time, especially that sorghum Sudan. I got to go slow. I really, I'm looking at expanding the hay stuff for next year. I like grain farming, I really do. I'm struggling with spending $500 to grow an acre of corn and hoping I can get $510 out of it. I mean, if we're going to struggle that tight, I'm going to plant some more alfalfa, some more sorghum Sudan, whatever. Yes, the profit margin is not necessarily a lot better, but the big thing will be I've got a lot more modern hay equipment than I do grain farming equipment. And my old combine isn't going to last very long if we keep running the bushels through it. We've been running through it the last couple of years. And a $100,000 combine isn't going to be much of a machine. And $100,000 worth of hay tool is a pretty good setup. It's not new, but it's pretty modern, reliable stuff. So I think I'm going to go after that. The big thing is I've been kicking around the idea. I think I've settled on what I want to do. I've kicked around whether I buy another tractor. Example, ideal situation, I want a 7810 John Deere, and then like a 16-foot pull type disc mower conditioner. But to do that, I'm going to have about $70,000 in the two to have what I want. You know, and have something reliable to go to the field. So I'm thinking $70,000. I want to buy a self-propelled windrower, and the life I feel of that windrower will be a lot longer than of a pull type machine. Plus more acres per hour, more versatility. Don't get me wrong, the other tractor would sure be nice. I could use it, but if I'm not planting the corn acres and the milo and the soybeans, I can get away without the second tractor. So, and it'd save, I think, hours on the windrower will cost me less money than hours on the tractor will, if that makes sense. So, kind of looking at that. If I do that, to be honest, I'm kind of looking probably John Deere and New Holland. Those will be my two picks. I've been around AGCO stuff enough. I don't like AGCO. I just not impressed. Not impressed. Of course, case IH would be fine. That's New Holland. I looked at MacDons since they make a lot of John Deere swathers anyway. Not necessarily opposed to that. Biggest thing I have is serviceability at the dealership, which isn't bad. I guess I got one close. the international dealer in Superior, which is close here. They handle Vermeer, MacDon, International. Of course, they get New Holland, so that's not terrible. I would like to go John Deere because, for example, the windrow I'm looking at has the same engine this tractor does, so filters and stuff would be similar. Just compatibility, that kind of thing. And I'm a John Deere guy, so I know, boo-hoo, John Deere, whatever. I like John Deere, so that's how that is. So nope, just tooling along. We got 43 bales out. I expect there'll be at least another 10 or 12. So that's all. I really didn't have much. I haven't made a video for a while. Felt like I needed to make you guys a baling video because they're all in the dark. And heck, let's see one in the daylight, you know. See down there and watch that for a minute or not. But I really do like this machine. She will eat hay. You know, I haven't put that many bales on it, but so far I like it. A little frustrating when I was having trouble with the monitor powering up, just because I know a standard would not have had that issue. But again, I got a good enough deal on this baler with the bales I had on it. It's pretty hard to pass up. So, alrighty, well, I'm going to keep on punching bales out. So we'll talk to you later.